now that I have it kind of down, I'm going to go into operators. I'm going to do the radial array. So once again, so remember when you're applying your radial array, your origin, you want it to be not in the center of the model. You want it a little bit off, slightly off, so you can just go into your mesh tools, radial array, and then you just add as many as you want. Just like the really nice thing about it. I'm gonna go with 10 or 12. Yeah, 12, why not? I'm gonna scale her down just a little bit, like that. Yeah, and then we're gonna just, and in the radial array, just go into relative offset, and I'll give it the offset, and then you just need to scale, go down on the Z. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then now all you have to do is just play around with this little slant edge or whatever. And there's a little bit of overlap like this. It's no big deal, really. I do want, yeah, see, like that's, yeah, and that's like a pretty good staircase there already. That's just playing around with the array. So now I'm gonna do a shift D, and I'm gonna move this into a hidden. And when we go into hidden here, we can, so now we're just working with this. That's just so I have the mesh. And then you can just apply both arrays. What I try to go for when I make my full staircase is to have very little, or at least close overlap, meaning these vertices are pretty close to each other and these vertices are pretty close to each other. Because the next tactic I'm going to employ is I'm just going to go into Alt-Z, X-ray, select all this, and then I'm going to merge, so press M, and then I'm going to merge by distance. And all you have to do is just play around with the slider. So if you slide back, you'll see things will like unmerge, like those vertices unmerged. And then now we're just going to keep going, and then that's what I wanted. I wanted this I wanted these vertices right here. So now we have a nice concurrent mesh. The only problem though is you're going to have a little bit of like, this is a little slanted. So that's no big deal. You just pick out the ones that are slanted. It's not going to be perfect all the time. But this saves a lot more work than having to go through and just going like, oh, and just like have to do that a million times. And you can just press double G and then slide it along its vertex, or along its edge. And then now you're gonna have pretty much a perfect right angle. If people really pick up on the fact of that, unless you're doing like something crazy, then it's gonna be fine. And then from there we can just go in, and then we're gonna be able to, I'm just gonna merge these, or join them I should say. Join, and then I'm just gonna go merge at last. And that's a case where I don't want to merge by distance. And then we're gonna just merge, so that's the next step here. You can see we're just gonna do an alt edge select so we get everything. I'm gonna go into GZ, and then I'm going to just go GX, GY. That should be fine. I don't think we're gonna break anything with the mesh or whatever. And then we just do a merge at last. Merge at last. And then, in all honesty, we can just dissolve this. Now we have a perfect thing. And that's a spiral staircase done. I hope the video was helpful and you're able to take some of the topics I covered and apply them into your own Blender scene. If you have any questions, join me on Twitch. I live stream regularly, and you can go on there and I can respond to you in live time. Any questions, comments, or concerns, that'll be in the link in the description. You can leave a comment as well. That's fine. I will also respond to those ASAP for you. And also I have a Discord, which you can go on there and you can post your scenes or anything else if you need help. Probably the best way I'll communicate if you do need help and you join me on one of those Twitch streams. I'll be able to talk to you regularly, live time, give pretty much as much support as I possibly can, and we'll be able to learn Blender together and grow together. So I hope you have a good day and take care.